So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing, certainly up for this one. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. So, Jim, what would you say are the main strengths of this formation?
The fact that it's easy to dominate the midfield using the two advanced midfielders to find those spaces in and around the area, which will force your opponents back. This is helped further by the fact that you're also limiting their capacity to play through you. And I would say it's probably more a cautious move than an attacking move.
Eto'o, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Ferdinand deals with that comfortably.
Well, when it comes to strikers, Peter, you're not going to get much better than this man, Eto'o. Fast, strong, energetic.
It's Nedved! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Brazil finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Ferdinand. Vieira. And he's forced to go back. Gently done. And it's Seedorf. Nedved. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Gullit. Oh, easy pickings there. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ferdinand cuts it out. Now it's Gullit. Great defending, strong and determined. Vieira.
Brazil really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Gullit can be a real threat inside the box. Can he get it through? Oh, good take in a good area. And he shoots! It's a goal! Brazil are back in business. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Brazil are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Brazil grab the equaliser, and the shot! Goal! Milan! Into the lead once more. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Milan go into the lead.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Gullit. Now James. Ferdinand is very much of the non-shall pass school of defending. Nedved. That has been cut short. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Seedorf going face-to-face with his great rival. And this is chance! Move this time, surely! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Vieira. Spread it left. Seedorf. And it's James. He is through here. Not much subtlety about that challenge. James was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bale. It's run loose here. Swings in across. And he's there to clear it. De Jong touches it back. Nedved. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Bergkamp is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Eto'o. And it's De Jong. Thuram.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Bergkamp. To Bale. Now that looks a decent ball. Yaya Toure. And the first 45 minutes are up. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
There's the start of the second half.
Brazil can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Thuram. Eto'o is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. And it's Gullit. This is De Jong. Eto'o. Tries to pass it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Climbs up big! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Saliba. And it's Yaya Toure. Nedved can see things others simply cannot. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Brazil needing a change of fortune here. And here's Eto'o. Gullit. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The most accurate pass. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants to...
And the keeper's relieved to see that disappear wide.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Cambio di giocatori.
Brazil choosing to make the first change. Vieira.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
De Jong is always scanning the pitch for targets. Brazil perhaps contemplating their next change here. Eto'o will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Roberto Carlos. Bellingham.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, smashing header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's a really well-measured ball. Eto'o. Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well-timed, excellent interception. Ibrahimovic.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 4, Bale. Numero
Messi.
21, Eto'o.
Challenged just a bit on the firm side.
Numero 6, numero 2. Lasciano il campo per il numero 22, Javier Zanetti. Il numero 10, Messi. Il numero 26, il numero 18, il numero 13, Iniesta. Attenzione, un cambio.
He won't be happy with that one. Bellingham. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Iniesta. Messi. Brazil must do something here, and very quickly.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
The final 5 minutes. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Messi, very much a man of this moment. And it's Cruyff. Ibrahimovic. Now there's a fine ball. And the finish!
Ci sarà un minuto
No
di
messing
recupero.
about, just bludgeoned away. Deep into stoppage time. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Brazil lost their way after falling behind early. Their concentration was weakened.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. The action has already started. And they can counter here.
Giuseppe Bergomi, certainly one of the fiercest opponents I've had the honour of facing.
Well, one of Italy's finest and surely anyone's fiercest opponent. A master of everything defensive, Jim, and you, as you mentioned, faced him on the international stage.
Yeah, and his quiet and calm demeanour was the perfect disguise for that steely leadership. We knew we were in for a battle against him.
Saliba. Nicked it back promptly. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's found a way through. That'll be a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Roberto Carlos. Seedorf. That pass has been well intercepted. Zanetti. And it's Bergomi.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
De Jong is the team's great visionary. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's straight offside. Bergomi. And it's Zanetti. Turns back here, probably the best option. Seedorf. Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Has good running with the ball. Zanetti. Nedved. And he cuts out the supply. Nedved is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
De Jong. And it's Eto'o. And here's Hullet. Threads one in. Nice interception, well timed. Roberto Carlos. Yaya Toure.
This is the time you need that pace.
Vieira calmly anticipates. Seedorf. Seedorf will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Eto'o. Roberto Carlos. Quality ball. Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Nicely shaped ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Hullet is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Bergomi. Lobbed in behind. No, that's been intercepted. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, well played. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. To get them off and running. And he's buried it! 1-0! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Zanetti. Tries to play it through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And here's Nedved. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That's a good ball out wide.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
That's a sharp pass. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's a pretty loose pass. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi che sul maxi schermo è possibile vedere la piantina dello stadio.
And the second half gets underway.
Brazil can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
No, he's not getting past him there. And it's Nedved. Zanetti.
Pretty robust defending.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Thuram. Eto'o. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Cristiano Ronaldo. There he goes, motoring forward. He is through here. Cleared without hesitation.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ferdinand. Looking tidy in possession here. Eto'o. Brazil still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Roberto Carlos. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And here's Hullet. James.
Brazil really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Hullet. Looking for options for movement. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Roberto Carlos. Now it's Hullet. And that's another good win of the ball. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. And he's managed to get rid. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Saliba wins the duel this time. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Hullet. Now it's Nedved. Oh, well measured. Nice control. Shoots! He should have put that one away.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
Milan
22.
with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Eto'o. Numero 8. Numero 6.
He gets
Numero
big!
2. Numero 9.
And no, he couldn't find the finish.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Il numero 26. Il numero 10. Messi. Il numero 18. Il numero 13. Iniesta. Il numero 15, Cristiano Ronaldo. Attenzione, un cambio.
Saliba. Up towards the front line. It's an inviting looking ball, that.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Ferdinand is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Brazil are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Roberto Carlos gets into a good... He's got full! It's in! Brazil are back in business! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bellingham. And he lines up a cross. That has been knocked clear. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Now it's Bellingham. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff! It's a loose ball. In he goes again! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! He won't get many... And the referee brings it to a close. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Bellingham picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. We have already started here.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Now it's Bale. That's good running with the ball. And it's Seedorf.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
And that should get the job done. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. James, he has found the way through. And it's played in here.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Played back in. It's a mighty effort! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Gullit constantly looking for the ball into the box. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Neither side yet able to find the net. Bergomi. Milan looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Thuram. This is De Jong. Vieira. And it's De Jong. Foot in. And this is Ronaldo. Nedved. Gullit. Saliba gets over and intercepts. Seedorf conjures time and space where few can. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Short changes him with that pass. Vieira. Can he get it through? Always onto this. James. Schmeichel punts it upfield. Thuram. Gullit. Nedved. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And this is Ronaldo. That's good defending, very good defending. And that was very necessary. Cristiano Ronaldo. De Jong. Gullit.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
It's played through for him. Shevchenko unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Nedved. Vieira. De Jong is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Yaya Toure. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Bale. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Reflections on the first half?
Solid, very solid actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. And it's Vieira. Nedved, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Nedved. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Can he latch on to this? Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. And here's Shevchenko. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Nedved. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And they're not going to make any further progress now. That has been cut short. Cristiano Ronaldo under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Nedved. He's through, now is he in? That is lovely. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's on his way. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. This for the lead. And Cech pulls off a sensational save.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8. Numero 6.
Now it's Roberto Carlos.
Numero 15.
Big header!
Lasciano il campo per...
The keeper has reacted superbly there.
Šeško actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
il numero 21.
It is still
Luis
anyone's
Suarez.
game, 0-0.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Well read, nice interception. Bellingham. Pressing high and with purpose. And it's Luis Suarez. Pass is just off target. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 4. Bale. Lascia il campo per il numero 9. Attenzione, un cambio.
Brazil have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Luis Suarez.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Brazil are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Šeško. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Spread out to the left. Delivered. And he shoots! And that was probably asking just too much.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Messi. That's Thuram. Bellingham. Milan finding their passes. Pelé.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Vieira. And it's Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this?
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Bellingham could move up a gear here. He's a sharp little ball here. Vieira opts for safety. And it's Zanetti. Mbappe. Bellingham tries to play it through.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
And it's Cruyff.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Suarez looking to penetrate opposition lines.
Il quarto uomo indica
It's
2 minuti di recupero.
And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Desperate defending required here. Pelé goes short. Fired deep towards the back post. "90 minutes gone and nothing to show." Nicely spread. And that will be it. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Brazil can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And as you can see, we've already started here. Milan have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks.
Can he finish?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Nedved. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Shevchenko.
Giuseppe Bergomi, certainly one of the fiercest opponents I've had the honour of facing.
Well, one of Italy's finest. Bullets! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Bullet has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Seedorf. Right, Shevchenko. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, smashing header! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Shot, surely! It's hit the upright. And back to the keeper they go. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Driving on and making good progress. Seedorf conjures time and space where few can. And he's played it back. Nice sequence of passes, this.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking tidy in possession here. That's a good ball out wide. Played in with purpose. Vieira can get it clear. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
And that is out of play. Thuram. Milan look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Messi tries a shot! Brilliant! That is a gem! An absolute gem! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
He came in hard, very hard. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, super ball! A real chance! Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
James is always looking to play quality balls. Roberto Carlos charging forward, the ball at his feet.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Vieira. This ended up in no man's land. Seedorf. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. And it's Nedved. James. And this is Hullet. And that was very necessary.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bellingham. Vieira. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
There's the start of the second half.
Brazil can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Bellingham. Vieira. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Hullet. Nedved. Cristiano Ronaldo, a player who needs no introduction. And here's the chance to counter for Yaya Toure. Nedved. Cristiano Ronaldo. Great chance! He scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Brazil grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Hullet tries to play it through. Chance for a shot! Goal! Milan! And again they hit the front. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Shevchenko really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Milan take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Now it's Shevchenko. And he plays one through. Messi is on his own. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That is a brilliant interception. Nicely shaped ball. And that has been clubbed away.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Decent chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Sostituzione per il Milan, numero 21.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Numero 19, numero 23.
Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Il numero 32, il numero 24.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
Il numero 13, Iniesta.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Iniesta, and he's worked it through. It's Vieri! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Cambio di giocatori.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Bergomi. Brazil have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. And it's Kaká. Thuram, the man synonymous with solidity. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Roberto Carlos calmly anticipates. Zanetti cuts out the pass. Vieira. And he's running through. And he's searching through. And that's a good ball. Caught offside that time. The muscular approach does pay off here. Thuram. Bellingham. Šeško shoots! They've got to be quick to recover this. Ferdinand, that's headed upfield. Vieira. Iniesta. Now that's well seen too. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gives it back.
Now
Now then, the ball's come loose. Iniesta. Iniesta puts his foot on the gas. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bellingham. Now it's Cruyff. Is there any support? He might not need it. And we're done. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.